First, I want to apologize for the mess that is in front of you today, but I literally, not too long ago, got off the elliptical machine, and I had to come home and share with you all the book that I was reading while I was at the gym, which I always do when I exercise. I always read. But anyway, it's a book titled Insane by H.G. Lynch. And yes, the book is just as creepy as its cover. I am going to make this short and sweet because there's really just not a whole lot I can say about this book, especially to not give away spoilers. So, I will say that normally I skip to the back of books to see what's going to be there before I start reading it because I'm weak that way. But anyway, I didn't do that with this one just because I was on the elliptical and I'm skimming through my books and I just came across it and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. I want to read it. So I just start reading, pulls me in right from the get-go. Made me actually look forward to going to the gym every day just so I can read because I try not to read my Kindle when I'm home. I don't have time really a whole lot anyway. So I was excited to read this book. I would list this book under young adult, probably kind of like horror / paranormal, because it has the creepy factor and the ghostly factor, and it's really good. It really is. I will try to give you kind of just a quick overview, hopefully with no spoilers. I'll try to keep it simple, but that way you'll kind of know what the book's about. It starts out with a girl whose best friend died, and I won't even tell you how he died. So that way you can just read it and find out on your own. But anyway, her best friend died, traumatized her, made her, see his ghost. So she ends up in a mental institution. And she ends up meeting this boy there who has some history of his own I won't get into, but he's deaf. And he's been there longer than she has, but they end up meeting in this common room. And that's where the story explodes. Literally, it took off from there. And there's some weirdness to their relationship. I don't even know if I want to tell you why or not. But they can communicate. Let's just say that. They can communicate better than other people can, even though he's deaf. So they end up getting really close in this book. And aside from their relationship that draws you in and you want to see their interaction, there's some weird stuff that goes on besides the crazy in this mental institution. Kind of some dark, spooky stuff. And it kind of leaves you wondering what's going on. Well, toward the end of the book, you kind of find out what's going on. And this is where I literally wanted to throw my Kindle across this gym room. I literally did. I thought about it. But I love my Kindle, so I didn't. Whew. We all want happily ever afters at the end of books. And I will tell you, this one, it does not have that. This book has no happily ever after. And you so want it to, because as you're reading, you play, or I did, I played in my head all these things, these possibilities that were going to happen with these two. And, it just didn't. So I look up and I've got like 2% left in my book and I'm like, there is no flipping way this is happening right now. There's no way. I mean, The crazy part is that it works. Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying it either. But the fact that this twist at the end is so terrible, and you've got to read this book, and you'll know what I mean. But it works. When I got through reading it and resisted from throwing my Kindle across the gym, I'm like, oh my gosh, this was a great book, despite the ending. I mean, and this is where it's hard, but I had to tell myself these people ain't real. This is fiction. These people ain't real. So it made it easier, to accept this ending. And when I finally did accept the fact that it ended the way it did, I'm like, H.G. Lynch is awesome. So now you kind of understand why I went ahead and decided to kind of share this book with you, even though I'm a hot mess right now, mentally and physically just. But I couldn't wait. I thought I have got, while these emotions are still brewing, I have got to share this book. So, if you like horror, young adult, not trashy, not too gross, but it is. Some of it's just, especially there at the end, you're like, huh. But anyway, oh gosh, I swear that ending, it's still, if you can handle books that do not have a happily ever after, I mean, like at all, like no happiness at all, then I highly recommend this book. It's really good. It's a quick read. I probably, if I would have just sat down in one sitting and read it all, I probably would have got it done in a few hours, I would say. So, doesn't take that long. Horror, young adult, H.G. Lynch, insane. Yeah. Before I go, I wanted to mention that there is a huge Lit Fest in Huntsville, Alabama this weekend on October 10th. So if you're watching this after October 10th, then you've just missed out. Sorry. I am going to have a table set up, so make sure you stop by and say hi. This is mainly a youth event, but there's going to be a lot of people there. There's going to be adult authors there too. And the Hillywood Show is going to be there. I don't know if y'all have ever seen them on YouTube or anything, but they're like huge and they're really good. I will be recording video and taking pictures and posting them on Snapchat so I don't fill up, everybody's feed everywhere. And that way you can only see them if you go and you want to see them. So my Snapchat username is just JANAE Mitchell. So if you want to go follow there, you'll be able to see. I'll probably doing that more than anything else. And I'm also thinking about, I've never used Periscope, but I'm thinking about trying it this weekend because there's going to be some really cool stuff going on. It's not just a book signing event, even though I'm going to be doing that. There's going to be, I'm going to be on this panel. I'm going to talk and stuff, so that'll be interesting. So I may record that on Periscope. And I think my username on there, I just set it up a little while ago, like the other day. But I think my username is JANAEiswriting because that's the same thing as my Twitter username. So I think it's JANAEiswriting on Periscope. And then, like I said, Snapchat's JANAE Mitchell. So if you want to follow along, you can. It'll be like you're right there with us from the comfort of your couch. So I just wanted to share all this with you today. Again, I apologize for my post-exercise attire and all this, but be thankful you can't smell me because, that's probably a lot worse than how I look. So until next time.